When I started to focus on this more, I actually thought about where I wanted to improve in all areas of my life. I tell you what, you'll feel top tip, tip top, top tip. I am so freaking grateful to have you here. If you don't already, please drop a subscribe, you all mean the world to me. Today I wanted to share with you 3 of the main ways that I really raised my self-worth and how you can literally do it starting now to really change yours as well. Number 1 is start putting in an effort. So confidence in outfits, if you haven't looked at it, if you find yourself scrolling through Instagram and you're like, oh, they look so good, or what is she using? Everyone does it. The whole world is a sales platform where you're able to see what someone is using and then also buy it, use it. Everyone's in a constant comparison of thinking, how does someone else look? What are they wearing? Like wishing that they had something, adding it to a basket, a wish list, anything. My number 1 tip is to start allowing yourself to look that way. If you buy a new coat because you're sick of your old one and every time you put your old one on, it makes you feel blah, then it is time for an upgrade and you deserve it. You're so freaking beautiful and you should feel beautiful all day long, ready to go and take on the world. If you're looking at someone and you're always in comparison that they look nicer or you should have put in more effort, then it's time to start doing that, you know? Don't save your favourite clothes for a rainy day. Don't start hiding stuff and thinking, oh, I need to save that for this sort of occasion, because what if that occasion's not there? You know, buy stuff that you want to have fun wearing, whatever you want. It's up to you. It also has an effect on how you want to do your makeup, how you want to do your hair, even the thoughts that you have. You know, you start actually speaking to yourself nicer the nicer that you feel, and I promise you the power of how you talk to yourself and the thoughts that you have will absolutely manifest in the real world if you are speaking positively. If you're spending every day thinking that you feel fed up, that you feel ugly, that you feel drained, you're gonna keep feeling like that. The only one that can pull you out of that sort of hole is yourself. My second tip is a little bit funny, but it's actually to start spending money. And to a lot of people, this could like freak you out because it's taken me a long time to actually get to the point where I've been ready to spend money on myself again. I was always the person that was like, I'm happy to buy people coffee, I'm happy to buy people lunch, I would be generous to others, but when it came to myself, I was like, no, don't spend that, don't pay any money on yourself. And it is stressful. I tell you what, it is like living in restriction all the time and you don't really get that far ahead. So what I'd find is, like, if you do struggle with that as well, go out and treat yourself to just one thing that you wouldn't normally buy. Even if it's in the grocery shop and you're like expensive, if you like cheese, I don't know, expensive cheese or a nicer bottle of wine, spend £10 on a bottle of wine instead of £5. You know, go do something different that actually makes you feel like, oh, I've been wanting to do that for ages and it's done, and enjoy it, you know? This is the difference, is don't do it with the feeling of dread. Go in and just relax. Allow yourself to live in the moment, to completely take it on as ownership of what you want to do and how you want to spend your money, and you will boss this and you'll love it, because just having that release of letting go of the ego to say, F you, I'm gonna freaking buy this, then you're already feeling good about yourself, and that's exactly what we want to get out of this. Like clothes, even t-shirts, as silly as that sounds, even when I bought t-shirts, I all of a sudden felt confident. I felt like, wow, this colour is so nice on me, or oh my god, like I've been wanting this top for ages and now I've actually got it, you know. You're no longer living on your wish list, you are living in the present moment and feeling freaking good, and that is honestly what it's all about. It's not about the cost of things, it's about the feeling. When you start actually buying some extra clothes, things that you need, treating yourself to new cameras or a hobby, something that makes you kind of spark up inside, that will raise your confidence and your self-worth. You will definitely just start to feel I mean, it could freak you out at first if you spend like £500 on yourself and then think, oh my god, that's so much money, and you're trying to justify it. Take my belief in you, you are worth it. Obviously we're not looking for credit card debt here, guys. That's not where I'm directing you. But what I do want to say is spending money actually opens up the universe as well to allowing you to receive money. So when you spend it, you could even say to yourself, thank you, universe, for giving me this money to spend on myself. I am ready to receive money back in the form of pure abundance. Not only does it make me feel good, even if it's a bit goofy to a lot of people, but it just makes me know that regardless of spending the money, I'm always going to make it back and more, because you have to have that confidence that you are going places. Number 3 is to change your environment. This doesn't mean to freaking sell your house or move your flat unless those are on your list. My biggest change of environment was decoration. It's so simple. You know, your environment like represents you. Like if someone walked into your bedroom, into your home, would they get a feel of who you are as a person? Because if they don't, then you probably don't either. And I just think being able to make your bedroom, your house, the place where you spend the most freaking time, if it's not somewhere where you're comfortable, then you're not going to be high vibration. You're going to be kind of all over the shop, and you're just gonna, it's going to take you some time to actually start feeling relaxed, or like you want to go back to that space, or like feeling like you're completely in your own zone when you're there. Like if things aren't tidy, if you live in a lot of mess, if you're living in a room that is just bare minimal and you don't like it that way, if you haven't got anything that makes you feel good in that room, then it's time for you to start making it your own. I mean, every bedroom that I ever remember having, I remember just being able to sit down, sit on my bed and just have my zone where I knew where things were. It was exactly how I wanted it to be. So you might find that you're into, I love crystals, I've got a salt lamp, I've got my books out. If that is your space that you're spending the most of the time, then it will make so much difference for you to glow up your environment. And I 100% believe that having a revamp will just make you feel so much more content. So start just making small changes. You know, if you have an overflowing wardrobe with loads of stuff that you don't even wear, it's probably time for a clear out, you know. Clear that down, even if you're not throwing it away or to the charity shop. Clear that down to enough where you've got in your wardrobe everything that you currently wear and everything that you know that you'll want to wear in the next 2 months, you know. And then what I would do is either organize them where you can put them under your bed and use the ones that are obviously for the current season. It will honestly make you feel so freaking good that you've got more space and that everything's more organized, and you'll probably find a few little treasures that you forgot you even had. All of a sudden your self-worth just goes up and up. Like you feel homely in your environment, you feel good in your purchases and your finances. You want to be able to break that mindset block if you don't like spending money or the way that you think about finances, etc., because that is a burden for you attracting more money, which is obviously what we want to get away from. And then with being able to obviously start looking up and glowing up and feeling good in what you're wearing, how you're showing up to people face to face, you know, all those 3 things put together, like it doesn't always happen overnight, but these are steps where you can literally take the next step and the next step and the next step. And there's a lot more advice I can give, but I think for the top 3 things, these are what have made the most incredible impact to my life, even coming into 2021 and the latter of 2020. And I just think this is such a perfect time. If you're feeling pretty low vibe, if you're kind of just fed up, stuck at home, don't know what to do, I know that is financially, a lot of people don't have money to start spending loads on themselves. I'm not saying do that, but even if you can reinvest or do a clothes swap or find a way to get creative with making yourself feel best instead of having to spend, then that's an option too. So I hope these tips helped you. I will definitely bring more out to you, but for now these are the ones that literally you can start doing straight away that just make the biggest difference. So I'd love to hear what you think of them and how they help you. Please drop a comment if there's anything you'd like to know, if you'd like to talk about a bit more. I'll leave some links in the description just for bits that I'm wearing, not that not that you might care, but I honestly care so much about how you feel and where we're taking 2021. Like, if you want to run, I'm ready to go with you. I can't wait to see your journey and keep me updated, and I can't wait for you to see mine. So please drop a like, drop a subscribe, and I cannot wait to drop the next video for you.